Is Tower of Fantasy killing Genshin Impact? Well, since the release of TOF, many fans have been comparing it with MiHoYo's Genshin Impact, and many do believe that it's going to kill Genshin Impact in the near future. Well guys, I don't know about that, but in this video, I'm going to give you my personal opinion about Tower of Fantasy, which I played recently, and we'll also see if it's really going to kill Genshin Impact in the future or not. And yeah, now let's start. So I'll start with what I do like, since that'll be shorter. So number one, the movement. The double jump, the high launch from the jetpack on the ground, running not using stamina, being able to dodge and dash in the air for more horizontal distance, etc. So I personally enjoyed the movement system in TOF. And the second thing is the pity. I like that it actually shows you the progress for the pity, and that if you can hit an SSR early, the pity will not reset. I also like that as long as you have 120 pulls saved, you can guarantee the SSR if you fail the 80 or 50-50 instead of having to potentially reach 180 like Genshin. Now what I don't like about TOF, the first thing is the world. I haven't played for a long time, so this probably wouldn't apply to someone that's already played a ton, but I feel like the areas are more samey in TOF than Genshin. I'll assume this is just the starter area and the ice area that you go through with Maryl's story that you can explore way before intended with some damage tanking healing, and that it gets better though. Number two, voice acting and character animations. This is a weird one because I feel like the voice acting is lower quality than Genshin, with characters feeling more lifeless, either because of their personality or just their voice lines not having the enthusiasm or expression. When you compare to the animations the characters make, and everything is over exaggerated. It's like they saw how certain people see with their hands and thought that, but with more energy and their entire body. It's really jarring to see someone that looked like a 4-year-old that's eaten an entire chocolate cake speaking in a slow mountain lifeless voice. It's really weird. Number three, control. Does the jetpack really need to be equipped and on its own button to have a glider? Why not just having the gliding X-Pack all the time and only have to super jump from the ground? Need the jetpack equipped? I mean, why can't you switch weapons without triggering the discharge when it's full? I switch weapons out of combat because maybe I want to start with a bow and poke from a distance, or I need my ice weapon for an overworld thing, and oh look, I wish the discharge. Controller inputs are just a plain mess for not working at all, the meanest, and no way to customize them. Number four, combat. Now this is just a personal thing because whether someone like combats that's more complex or more simple is a personal preference, but I find that TOF, at least in early game, suffers from the same thing that Black Desert Online does, or did at least, cause I haven't played BDO in a few years now. Mainly that if you can watch someone else play the combat, looks super flashy and super fancy, but when you actually play it yourself, you find that a lot of it is just visual. That means little to nothing, and all you do is left click till someone dies. You want to use skills discharge when they are up, of course, have your shatter weapon for shields and charge weapons as well, but even in harder fights you don't really need a plan or strategize past that. The elemental reactions in Genshin are the center of planning your party and doing your rotation in a way that complements them, while Dendro is going to add even more layers to that. Number five, pull. You got a ton of black nucleus in the game just by wandering around, but you get virtually nothing good from this, and there's no pity, so it's only there for no reason things basically. Gold nucleus you get a lot of, but it's all launch event things mostly. The ones you actually get through the game isn't a lot. That said, the standard fates in Genshin you don't really get a ton of either. Red nucleus you basically only buy them, and I have gotten about 12 of them. Normally if you compare red nucleus to the interwind fates from Genshin and the black gold nucleus to acquainted fates, it might seem like things are about even, but since you only get accunate through battle pass or special rewards, and the rest of the time you get primogems directly to use on interwind, well, you get a lot less standard pulls in Genshin than you do in black gold nucleus, but you get more limited pulls compared to the red nucleus. The fact that I have actually everything outside of SR's maxed already for black gold means that even 10 pulls is just the weapon supply, or that's all. And my final point is servers. Yeah, it's an MMO, but that still means that I have multiple friend groups that didn't all pick the same server. I can't play with all of them, but this is just my personal opinion. What do you guys think? Do you like TOF or Genshin Impact? Comment down below. And now thanks for watching.